Greg Hicks was the #2 in Libya to Ambassador Chris Stevens when terrorists attacked the U.S. compound in Benghazi. Libya's prime minister called him after Stevens had been missing for several hours.
I think it's the saddest phone call I've ever had in my life. He told me that Ambassador Stevens had passed away.
Hicks questioned why the military didn't at least send a plane to buzz the mob and try to scare them off. The Pentagon has said the closest jets were in Aviano, Italy, and would have taken up to 20 hours to get there. Elijah Cummings is the lead Democrat on the Oversight Committee.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff said they simply could not get there quickly. Mr. Hicks, do you have any reason to question General Dempsey's testimony before the Senate?
Again, I was speaking from my perspective.
I understand.
On the ground in Tripoli, based on what the defense attaché told me. And he said 2 to 3 hours.
But the attaché, a military advisor at the embassy, added there were no tankers to refuel the planes. A top State Department counterterrorism official in Washington, Mark Thompson, also accused the Obama administration of holding back resources. He leads the U.S.-based Foreign Emergency Support Team, or FEST, and assumed they'd immediately deploy.
I wanted that considered. I notified the White House of my idea. They indicated that meetings had already taken place that evening that had taken FEST out of the menu of options.
The White House has said Benghazi was beyond the scope of the FEST team and that they wouldn't have arrived in time to help. Republican Jason Chaffetz.
Why was FEST not called into action?
The reason I was given was that this was not the time for the FEST. It might be too unsafe for the FEST.
After spending 4 hours securing the Tripoli embassy, which was also under threat of attack, Hicks tried to fly a 4-man special forces team headed by a lieutenant colonel to Benghazi to help. But he says the Defense Department stopped them from boarding the plane.
Lieutenant Colonel Gibson was furious. I had told him to go bring our people home. That's what he wanted to do.
Both Democrats and Republicans agree they now want to hear from the authors of the independent report on Benghazi, a review that today all 3 witnesses said is incomplete. Scott.
Sharyl, thanks very much.